Battle Creek, Michigan. Tickets are on sale now for my show at Firekeepers Casino on Friday, May 9th. Next month, I'm coming across the pond to Dublin, Belfast, Manchester, London, Glasgow, Nottingham, and Cardiff. Tickets and info are at tomsegura.com/tour.
100%. Cheers.
You want to start it, Bert?
Yes.
Okay.
Hey, guys. Fuck. I fucked it
That's
up
okay.
already.
That's okay. I forget. Well, I think I said that your big toe got amputated. So is it? Or do you have it still? I don't remember.
I still have it. I still have it.
That's great. No, that's a great way to start. Bert has his big toe again.
I still have my big toe.
And
dude, I crushed that fucking thing. Did you see that? Did you see the picture of it?
Of what thing?
My toe.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Wait, my big toe. I crushed it.
Oh, I did not know that.
Oh yeah,
I was referring to diabetes.
No.
What happened? What happened?
I dropped a fucking whiskey bottle on it, and it broke my big toe and the toe next to it, and they were black. They're good now. It happened a couple weeks ago. You can find a picture online, I'm sure. But
there's a. By the way, I had a nerve conduction test.
Nerve conduction.
Yeah. So like I still have nerve issues in this arm.
Really?
Yeah. And certain things prompt. That's why these bruises are here, by the way. So certain things prompt it. So they do a nerve conduction test to like see what's going on. And I go in, this guy's like, so why are we doing this? And I was like, to get an update on how my arm's doing. And he goes, what happened to your arm? And I'm like, I broke it. And he's like, how'd you break it? So I like tell him the whole story. And then he's like, so is it like, did your arm not work or something? And I'm like, no, it works, but like I have nerve issues. Like, don't you do nerve tests here? Isn't that what this is? He's like, yeah, I don't know anything about you. I don't know what's going on. And I go, okay. So here's what happened. And I had a nerve transfer done. Which nerve did they transfer? And I'm like, I don't know the fucking name of it, man. Like it was here and now it's
L6.
here. And then he's like, okay. And he goes, do you know what kind of damage you have? I go, yeah, I have some like radial nerve damage. You have different nerves that go down your arm, ulnar nerve. You sure it's radial? I go, yeah, I mean, that's what they've always said. And he's like, all right. He goes, don't be freaked out by this, okay? And I go, okay. And then he pulls out a book and he starts reading about it. He's like, and I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't really do radial nerve stuff usually. And I'm like, cool. So then I'm like, then he hooks me up, is zapping my arm. It's the worst, like electrical shocks going through your arm, sticks needles in there and like sends volts through my arm. And I'm like, ah. And I'm like, so am I learning anything from this fucking test, man? And he's like, you said it was your radial nerve? I go, yeah. He goes, let me try one more thing. And he sticks one more in my arm. I'm like, fuck. And he's like, okay. He's like, all right. And then he sends a report. Patient has radial nerve damage. Everything else is fine. I'm like, what the fuck did I learn from this, dude? It was the worst fucking 40 minutes of my life. And he's just like, yeah, you're right. It does suck. That's it. That's what I learned.
That's cool.
Yeah, it was real cool. It was really cool.
That would make me fucking crazy.
He was reading about it.
I don't have your ability to go to the doctor the way you do. Like you like going to the doctor and to the dentist and stuff like that.
I went today. Yeah.
To what?
I got here in LA. I went and got an EKG.
For real?
Yeah. Just to see how it's going. And guess what? They're like,
good.
It's perfect. He says it's perfect.
Really? Have you gotten the CAT scan where they check to see how much blockage you have?
Yeah, I've had that. I've had the calcium cardiac rating and
CT scan.
I've done it.
I did.
Yeah.
I went to the dentist. I had a lump in my mouth. It was pretty scary. Like a legit lump. Like and oh yeah. Yeah. You start questioning all the fucking decisions you've made.
And what happened? Nothing?
The day I go, it disappeared. The day I'm going. It just goes away. And I was like, okay, so do I not bring it up? Because I know it's been there for a while.
Yeah.
Do I not bring it up, or do I bring it up and just go, and it's gone? So I go in because I had a tooth fall out.
Wait, recently?
I had a.
What do you mean fall out?
It was
Like you were just talking and then a tooth bounced off your tongue?
No, I was eating something and it came out. It was a crown.
Well, I know it wasn't an apple. What were you eating?
I think sushi. It was nothing.
Sushi?
And so I had to get the crown put back in. And, I don't trust white dentists. I only go to like Peruvian dentists.
I did not know this.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, because white ones always try to upsell you because they get a boat. Peruvian one is just happy that he can do dentistry.
Yeah,
and
sure.
So he.
I went to a bunch of Armos when I lived here.
Oh, for real?
Yeah. I went to Armenian dentists, yeah.
I told him about the lump, and he was like, all right, let's do an x-ray, see if it's cancer. And I was like, fuck. And then they do the x-ray. He didn't say, let's do the x-ray and see if it's cancer, but he's like, let's do the x-ray. We'll look around. He's like, comes back and he was like, yeah. When was the last time you had your teeth cleaned? And I was like, oh, it's been a while. And LeeAnn was there. And I don't tell the truth. I go, it's been a little bit. And LeeAnn goes, it's been 20 years. And he goes, let's get your teeth cleaned. And he's like, we can do it right now. And I was like, no, I got a really busy day, but we can do it later. And LeeAnn's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? So I'm doing it in like late February.
You put it off?
I put it off.
Why?
It gives me anxiety.
Do you know what happens if you have mouth cancer?
Oh, buddy.
Have you seen Roger Ebert when he had it? Pull up the image.
How did he get mouth cancer?
I forget what caused it, but when he...
Oh, come on, man.
Hold on. Hit the images.
I saw it.
Yeah.
That's fucking...
Yeah. And they take basically your bottom jaw. They took his jaw off, yeah.
Well, I don't have mouth cancer, thank God. He did the x-ray. He's like, you're fine. He's like, we just need to clean your teeth. Oh, motherfucker, that's scary. That's scary. Yeah. My wife's cousin had tongue cancer, and they had to take out his tongue. And I think they replaced it with like a finger or something. Not a finger.
We're good on this, thank you.
Yeah. I don't need to see that ever again.
So you can take it down. You can get penis cancer.
Dude, come on. I can't get... I hope I get murdered. I just hope I get murdered.
It doesn't have to be that extreme.
But I'd rather get murdered than have to go.
How would you choose to be murdered? You want it to be quick, or like you want it to be a real struggle?
I would like it to be a struggle.
So you're looking at probably strangulation or stabbing, right? That's what would be. Those would be.
I would like to feel like I had a chance.
Then strangled, probably.
Strangled.
Yeah.
Not by like, but I want it to be like a fucking savage. Like I want him to be a badass. Dude, I didn't tell you, we went to Paris.
Yeah, how was it?
It's crazy because you know what made me think about that? I went for a jog one morning. I love jogging at like 6 a.m. in a foreign city. It's like my favorite thing in the world to do. It's my favorite thing. So at 6 a.m., it's still dark. It doesn't get dark until like 9. Light until 9. So it's dark as shit. And I'm jogging in Paris, and I realized I was scared. And then I realized I have nothing to be scared of because they don't have guns.
Oh, there's still reasons to be scared in Paris.
For real?
Yeah.
It seemed like there were no homeless people and no racism, which I thought was odd.
No, yeah, I think you were probably in a pretty good neighborhood. But
for real?
Yeah, Paris is a big city. There's a lot of dicey areas in Paris.
Do you think there's racism in Paris?
Yeah.
For real?
Definitely.
Because you see, like, it seems like everyone just gets along.
No, they don't.
For real?
Yeah, they have like a real, there's been the last decade this influx of, Muslims that have moved there, and there's a lot of outspoken
the ones selling the little Eiffel Towers,
Islamophobes, and they have their issues, man, for sure.
The only thing I notice is that like their black guys don't wear cool shoes.
Well, here's what this says. Racism has been called a serious social issue in French society, despite widespread public belief that racism does not exist on a serious scale in France. Anti-Semitism and prejudice against Muslims have a long history.
I asked my bartender, I was like, is there racism here? And he's like, no, not really. We don't. We love everyone. This isn't like America. You're obsessed with racism. And I was like, dude, I'm so obsessed with racism, I'm picking out people you should hate.
Yeah.
Like I'm walking down the street going, you can't smell that fucking guy?
Well, yeah.
Like,
you sound like a local. Don't let that guy fool you.
Yeah.
He's full of shit.
This show is sponsored by BetterHelp. What are some of your relationship green flags? We often hear the term red flags, things we should avoid, but what if we focus more on looking for green flags in friends and partners? God, I love this. I love this. If you're not sure what they look like, therapy can help you identify your green flags. Actively practice them in your relationship and embody the green flag energy yourself, whether you're dating, you're married, you're building a friendship, or just working on yourself. It's time to form relationships that love you back. I've been talking about this for a very long time. You know, I had a happiness journal, and I would identify things that made me happy. And one of the things that made me happy, if I was in bed and I was hungover, I knew that making my daughter's breakfast before school gave me happiness. And no matter how hungover I was, I would get out of bed and I would go and make them breakfast. And then all of a sudden my day would turn around. This green flag thing is brilliant. And I learned this in therapy. If you're not in therapy, you should. Everyone should be. BetterHelp is fully online, making therapy affordable and convenient, serving over 5 million people worldwide. Access a diverse network of more than 30,000 credentialed therapists with a wide range of specialties. Easily switch therapists at any time for no additional cost. Discover your relationship green flags with BetterHelp. Visit BetterHelp.com/bears to get 10% off your first month. That's BetterHelp, HELP.com/bears.
Ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They're dietitian approved and ready to heat and eat in 2 minutes so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. Lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on a randomized controlled clinical trial. With Factor Keto, results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. Our very own Ennie is such a fanatic. Every day he comes in here and he raves about how Factor has changed his nutrition and his eating. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/bears50off and use code bears50off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code bears50off at factormeals.com/bears50off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. Ennie loves it.
This show is sponsored by Acorns. We all know that New Year's resolutions are hard. Everyone wants to go to the gym more, but actually dragging yourself out of the bed in the pitch black every morning is a whole other story. I absolutely hate that. But what if you can make your resolutions automatic? Well, they can't help you get to the gym, but Acorns makes it easy to start saving and investing automatically. Acorns makes it easy to start automatically saving and investing so your money has a chance to grow for you, your kids, and your retirement. You don't need to be an expert. Acorns will recommend a diversified portfolio that fits you and your goals, your money goals, and you don't need to be rich. Acorns lets you invest with spare money that you've got right now. You can start with just $5 or even just your spare change. You do not need a ton of time. You can create an Acorns account and start investing in just 5 minutes. You don't need to feel like your financial wellness is impossible. Acorns gives you small, simple steps to get you and your money on track. Basically, Acorns does the hardest part so you can give your money a chance to grow. Everyone in our office uses Acorns. It is a no-brainer. Everyone here has it so when they buy something, it rounds it up and that goes right into their Acorns. And then you're talking about 75 cents. Every time you use your phone or your card or anything, it's a no-brainer. Head to acorns.com/bears or download the Acorns app to start saving and investing for your future today. Paid non-client endorsement. Compensation provides incentive to positively promote Acorns. Tier 3 compensation provided. Investing involves risk. Acorns Advisors, LLC, and SEC registered investment advisor. View important disclosure at acorns.com/bears. Yeah. You know what I did though?
What?
This is my new thing.
Yeah.
This is my new thing.
Yeah.
We go, LeeAnn liked the lotion she got. I forget the name of the lotion. And so we went to that store. They had one on the France de Lizé, Champs de Lizé. Champs.
Man, your French is absolutely impeccable. Keep going.
And so we go to get the lotion, and I'm like, and the guy goes, "Do you like cologne?" And I was like, "No, I don't really wear cologne." And he goes, "Oh, but let me try some to how you to smell." And I was like, "Okay, give me something good." And then you know what he says? It's like this guy knew me. He goes, "Do you know Napoleon Bonaparte?" I said, yeah. And he goes, would you like his cologne? I go, I can buy Napoleon Bonaparte's cologne. And he goes, yes, this was his favorite cologne. This is what he wore. So I bought Napoleon's cologne.
How is it?
It's fucking awesome.
It is?
Citrusy. Dude, then I get drunk that night. I'm on the balcony and LeeAnn's asleep, and I started buying Dictator's colognes. I got Winston Churchill's cologne. I got who's the writer? Ernest Hemingway's cologne. I got Stalin's. Dude, you can get every dictator had a scent.
Well, Hemingway and Churchill were not dictators.
Just famous people. It was like famous people.
Yeah, sure.
Like I thought that was fucking. It's such a cool present.
That is a cool one. So who has the best smell of those four?
I bought them. They're all getting delivered.
Oh, they're all getting delivered.
I'm gonna get. I'm so excited.
Okay, here's some for people out there. So George Washington.
Oh, George Washington. Can I tell you something crazy?
Yeah.
George Washington existed before they knew what dinosaurs were.
Didn't know that. They
thought they were dragons.
Caswell Massey #6. Napoleon wore.
I bought George Washington's.
Jean-Marie Farina Eau de Cologne for Napoleon.
That's what I bought.
Winston wore Creed Tabarum, a bespoke blend with tobacco notes, fitting. Ernest Hemingway just dumped a bottle of liquor down his face, and it's American 31, whatever, 131 by Krigler. John F. Kennedy. Did you buy his?
No, I didn't buy his. I bought Elvis's. Elvis's was like a cheap cologne. It was like I was like $6, I think.
Everybody should get Leo's. He does pretty well. Eau de Adian by Anik Goutal.
I got kind of fascinated by it.
That's kind of a cool thing.
You know what I was going to do? I was going to.
What did Escobar wear?
Dude, that's the gangsters. You got to find out what the gangsters wore.
Yeah,
I could not find out what cologne Hitler wore.
Yeah,
not that I was looking to buy it.
I don't know. That's a weird. That's called Pablo Escobar. That's a different thing. I wonder. Yeah, how about colognes that gangsters wore?
Oh, like.
Let's see if there's a list of those. No. Oh, and it has Snoop Dogg.
He wears Cool Water, doesn't he?
Well, in '93 he did, but I don't know about now.
He smells good. I got some Tom Ford cologne. So I had to go to a Sebastian show, so I was like, I'm gonna go buy cologne. Put on some Sebastian, and I went.
Was it a requirement to walk in?
Well, I was like, I don't want to be the only one without cologne.
Sure.
That arena, fucking smelled good.
Yeah.
It's a blend of just all the scents.
Where was it? Where was the show?
The Forum. It was a while ago. And I went up to Sebastian and I was like, hey. He was like, what? And I was like, smell me. He was like, huh? I go, I brought cologne for you. He was like, huh? I go, I wore cologne for you because it's your show.
He was like, what are you talking about, Bert?
He was like, you bought cologne for my show?
For me? I'm not going to smell you, Bert. This fucking guy. Put some shoes on. You got flip-flops at my show? No, that's pretty cool. So you just took a leisurely trip to Paris?
Yeah.
Must be nice. Must be nice.
Oh.
Very relatable.
Do you worry about your kids? What if they're like rich kids?
I mean, they're such just little dudes who don't care about, I mean, they're of an age where they just don't care about anything but like having fun and breaking things. They're just like boys, you know, like they're into wreaking havoc. Did I show you the text message that I got? This is funny. So there's doing some work at the house. So there's been like construction crews there.
Yeah. And
the contractor texted me. He goes, everything's okay. It's okay. This is okay, but I just got to share this. Allegedly, your superhuman children totaled the porta potty. They ransacked our outside wood storage, pulverized a 50-pound 2-inch stone that we needed to reinstall. There's also evidence of a fire, 3 bloody knives, and the toilet seat is gone. So that's my little cool guys. That's what they... I was like, I don't know what to say. I'm so sorry. He's like, oh no, we're laughing. It's very funny, but everything's destroyed. They destroyed everything. And then I confronted the boys. First, Ellis. I was like, hey man, did you destroy the porta potty and ransack the woods and break this thing? And he goes, oh, it was Julian. I go, really? Your 6-year-old little brother just decided to do that on his own. He goes, I saw it happening, but it was mostly him. And I go, oh, mostly. And he was like, and he goes, I'm sorry. I may have said for him to do some of those things. I was like, oh, so this was your idea? He goes, no, it was both of ours, but he did most of it. I'm like, cool, man. I go, you know, I have to pay for this, right? I get the bill. He goes, oh, you do? How much? I was like, thousands of dollars. He's like, no. He goes, we will pay you back. I go, no, you fucking won't. You're not paying me back with what I've given you. No. So, no. But yeah, that's them. So they're just like little dudes is my point. They're not like, you know, that's not great, but they're just like little, you know, they just like to be little boys. They're not into like labels or like things that are nice. They're just into like, can they go fast? You know, they're like riding bikes down a hill and he took a tricycle down the hill that he's too big for and the wheels came flying off and he was like, it went so fucking fast. The shit exploded. Like that's what he's into. It's just being a crazy little kid. So
maybe I'll stay at Charo's house.
Please. It is such an ordeal. I mean, my whole life I've been trying to find the perfect fitting tee. I think we all have. You go through all of them, whether you get the packs in stores or you shop individually for who makes the best tee. And I think hands down, no matter your body type, is True Classic. If you want some of these clothes for yourself, go to my exclusive link at trueclassic.com/bears to save. That's trueclassic.com/bears. True Classic is where effortless style meets premium comfort at a price you'll love. Create the perfect outfit in minutes with versatile essentials like t-shirts, hoodies, and jeans, all designed for a flawless fit. The more you bundle, whether 3, 6, or 9 pieces, the more you save. They also have all of your winter essentials, long sleeve Henleys, fleece hoodies, button-ups, joggers, and more. Enjoy free shipping, easy returns, and a 100% fit guarantee. Join over 4 million satisfied customers and discover why True Classic has earned more than 200,000 five-star reviews. Level up your date night or everyday style with clothes that actually fit right. Just go to our exclusive link at trueclassic.com/bears to save. That's trueclassic.com/bears. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. It's the biggest face-off of the year, gentlemen. Super Bowls and Super Balls. Don't let your grooming game get flagged for unnecessary roughness. Introducing the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped, your ultimate grooming MVP. This kit keeps you sharp from face to below the waist. Don't fumble your grooming game. Step up and score big where it matters most. Join the movement trusted by over 11 million men. Visit manscaped.com now and use the code BEARS for 20% off plus free shipping. Power starts here. I mean, here's the thing, man. You can't just take care of the grooming that everybody sees when you walk into the room. You got to trim up the stuff that hopefully they'll see when you shut the windows and lock the door. The Beard and Balls bundle includes 2 of Manscaped's MVP tools, the Beard Hedger for perfecting your playoff beard and the Lawnmower 5.0 Ultra to ensure your below-the-waist grooming game is as sharp as a game-winning pass. These tools are waterproof and feature skin-safe technology. They also have high-performance rechargeable batteries. Manscaped has a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you can try risk-free. Be the MVP of your grooming routine with the Beard and Balls bundle from Manscaped. Head to manscaped.com and use the code BEARS for 20% off plus free shipping. Don't fumble this opportunity. Your face and your balls will thank you.
Maybe I'll stay at Charo's house. I was thinking
that would be great.
I was thinking about moving to Austin for a month.
They have an extra room.
I was like, either do they really?
Yeah. Oh, you'd have a great time. I would love for you to do that.
Yeah.
I think you would enjoy that.
I'll move in with Charo and we'll do a reality series.
If I can sign them up, let's do it.
I love it. Yeah, I was thinking about I gotta do.
I wonder how long it would take before you actually were like, I think I'm suicidal. I think I want to actually end my own life.
Really? You don't think it would be the other way around?
That she would?
Yeah.
No.
You don't think I'd drive her nuts?
I don't know, man. I think
I'm an interesting roommate.
I bet you are. What would your dad say?
My dad, fucking.
What?
My dad doesn't. No one gets me. Like, no one understands me. I don't even understand myself.
Well,
I had like a moment where I said to
difficult.
LeeAnn, I was like, am I a narcissist? I said this in Paris, and she was like, no, you're not a narcissist. I go, would a narcissist know it though? Like, does a narcissist go like, no, I'm not a fucking narcissist? Or they go, yeah, I'm a narcissist. It's wild.
That's an actually interesting question. I feel like most of the time the person would reject the notion. They would be like,
Really?
I would think so.
They wouldn't
Because-
question it.
No, I don't. I think if you said it to somebody who's like defined that way, they would not see themselves as that. Yeah. See, a narcissist may be aware that others perceive them that way. They do not often see their behavior as problematic, and therefore may not consider themselves to be a narcissist. Essentially, they may know their reputation, but not necessarily view their traits as negative, justifying them as their signs of greatness instead.
I wonder what I have.
Do you you mean like a behavioral thing?
Yeah.
Like your psychological profile?
Like I said, LeeAnn got mad at me today. We walked out of couples therapy, and I said that was a tie, and she went, "We can't look at therapy that way." And I was like, "I have to." Like, and I honestly, if I had shut my, I knew I could have.
Why do
won
you
that.
have to see it that way?
I don't know. I just it makes it fun for me.
Yeah. Did you enjoy it?
Yeah. Today I did.
Yeah.
But she said, I have such a fucking dysfunctional brain. Our therapist said, just giving you a heads up if you ever say that you're going to harm yourself, if you're going to do drugs, and kill yourself or do, I've got to report you. And then I was like, all right, how do I slide some of this in? Mm-hmm. Just how close can I get to the fire?
Yeah.
But it was a good one. Therapy today was a good one.
How about histrionic personalities or HPD? Do you think maybe you have this?
What's that?
Well, here's the symptoms: attention seeking, being uncomfortable.
Okay, hold on. Go slow.
Okay. Being uncomfortable when not the center of attention and acting out to get it.
Everyone shut the fuck up, okay? Okay, I might have that. Keep going.
Okay. Dramatic behavior, being overly emotional, dramatic, or expressive.
Okay. All right, keep going. I got that.
Having emotions that change quickly and seem shallow to others.
Like, give me an example.
Well, that you could change your emotion from a dramatic, let's say, sadness to excitement to happiness.
Yeah, I got that.
Being overly concerned with physical appearance and using it to draw attention.
Oh, do you mean like taking pictures of my dick and posting them on Instagram? Yeah.
Okay. Believing relationships are closer than they are and having difficulty maintaining them.
No, I have a hard time maintaining relationships.
Do you
Maybe
believe
I do
sometimes?
think they're.
Yeah, I think you believe that relationships are closer than they are sometimes. Not like with you and me. I mean, with other people.
Yeah, I think so. And then I have a hard time replying to people, and I don't text people back, or I don't reach out to people.
Being overly sensitive to criticism or disapproval.
Come on, you know I got that.
Okay. Being
I'm still
easily led
worked
by
up.
others, especially people they admire.
Yeah, God damn it, I got that too.
I mean, you're kind of checking all the boxes here.
Yeah.
Acting inappropriately sexual or provocative to gain attention or approval. No. Speaking dramatically with strong opinions, but few facts or details to support them. I can answer that one for you. Quickly tiring of routines, jobs, friends, and romantic partners.
Quickly, what?
Tiring of routines, jobs, friends, and romantic partners.
No, I've been with the same chick for fucking 20 years, and she's just gotten older. So,
Having a low tolerance for frustration or delayed gratification.
yes, I got that. I'm drinking right now because I'm frustrated. And
HPD is often coexistent with other mental conditions like anxiety.
I got that.
The cause is not entirely known, but can involve abuse, trauma, or neglect.
So I got HPV.
Well, you might, and that's something that a doctor could check, but you might have HPD.
Histrionic personality disorder.
Yeah.
His-
Can we read
histrionic.
more about it?
Yeah. Give me some famous people with histrionics.
Give me some famous people with histrionic. Okay.
Like, who else am I like?
Okay. Let's see. Who was a famous person with it? Megan Fox, Jessica Simpson, Kim Kardashian. But that's just like that's somebody saying that these people have it. You know what I mean?
Kim K and I are the same.
You guys are the same.
I wonder if we could be friends or if we just like fucking drive each other nuts.
Yeah. I don't know. This is like diagnosing people from afar, saying that
But they say Miley Cyrus has a very obvious case of it.
I don't know.
So is it just people like, see, here's the thing I have a hard time with, okay?
Oh, that's a good group to be involved in.
Anna Nicole Smith.
Jerry Sandusky. Amber Heard.
Megan Fox.
Yeah. And Bert
Wait,
Kreischer.
keep
Can you get Bert added to this list? Somebody? Please have him pull up right under Sandusky.
Some have assumed that Megan Fox has HBD based on her symptoms.
Yeah.
Kim K, it's all hot chicks. I'm a hot chick.
You're kind of a hot chick. Yeah.
I'm a hot mess.
That's really
God,
interesting.
it's kind of good to know what you have.
It is good. Also, is there any treatment for it? It's probably therapy.
No, I don't want treatment. I like me.
That sounds like a very histrionic thing to say.
Yeah. Like I was saying to LeeAnn, I was like, because I can't understand, like, I never really understood, like I asked Ari a question on the podcast we did with them, and I was like, what do you hope to gain out of this special? His special, his Jews coming out on Netflix too.
But he has America's Sweetheart out right now, which is
America's
really
Sweetheart
funny.
is really great, and it's beautiful. But I'm curious because Ari has always said he doesn't want fame, he doesn't want money. So it's like,
yeah,
I've always been honest with what I wanted. Like, I want people to watch my special Lucky coming out March 18th. I want people to watch it. I want people to watch it because I want to continue doing stand-up, and I would hope to make money while I do stand-up, and I want to travel the world doing stand-up, and I like being on stage. I do like being the center of attention, but I understand the person like yourself. You don't like being the center of attention, but you have a draw to get on stage. So
I don't like being the center of attention off stage. I do like being the center of attention on stage.
But okay, so how can you? I would think it would go hand in hand. That if you want to be the center of attention, then why? What? Like, I can't wrap my head around that because I think my whole thing is based around like being on stage and being on stage, like always being on stage, always having.
But that's the difference. I have a separation for it. For me, I don't want all the attention when I'm walking around or talking to people or in a restaurant. I don't want to be the center of attention. I like being the center of attention when I walk out and I just step and grab that mic. I want to be the center of attention then, like when I'm talking to people.
It's so interesting to me because I can't see the juxtaposition,
Yeah, I think for me, it's just when performing. I do want you to focus on me performing, but I don't want it off stage. I don't know. It's just
like I understand.
It feels too
athletes,
much. It feels like too much for me off stage.
Oh, I just see it never turns off. I just go, it's never off. Like it was kind of interesting, and this is going to sound whatever it's going to sound like. It is truth. Is I got recognized like maybe 4 times in France, and it was kind of cool. I hadn't happened in a while to know that no one's watching you. Like it was kind of cool to go somewhere and then you could just like no one gave a fuck about you and no one was staring at you and
but it kind of bothers you too.
No, it didn't bother me. You know, it was funny. Is I don't know. I get recognized a lot. Like I think probably more than other people. I don't know why. I think it's because I'm loud and I care. I'm a big guy and I talk loud and I fill a room.
Your energy is also like.
Look at me a little bit.
A little bit.
And I saw guys like in the States. I see if I see a guy, I go, that guy's gonna recognize me. Like I can see that there's a body type, clothing type where you go, this guy's gonna recognize me.
Yeah.
And I would see the type of guy that should recognize me, not recognize me.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like caught me off guard.
Yeah.
The first day I'd be like, oh, fucking big guy in shorts in cold weather with a fucking hoodie on.
Yeah.
beard.
He's about to say something.
He's about to say, "Oh, the machine."
Yeah.
And never quit drinking. And he just walked right by me, and I was like, "Wait, did you want to?" I'd walk by him a second time and be like, "You sure?"
You really do. I don't know if I've ever met anybody who likes it as much as you. You really like it.
And I think there's a subset of people that find that shameful. They're like, "That's kind of gross." But
Right.
I can't wrap my head around the fact that it's not gross. I can't wrap my head around the fact that people would see that as gross. I go, yeah, but I got on stage. Like, you saw me that I got on stage. You saw that I wanted you to pay attention to me there. I think it's the same part of my personality disorder, the HPV, that that I got, where I go, yeah, no, it's like when people are like
It sounds like you're coming to terms with it.
Ari said, you always make it about yourself. And Tom, I couldn't understand I don't know what that sentence means. Like,
Really?
I really don't. And I don't know how I do it. And I said it to LeeAnn in Paris and I said, do I make things about myself? She goes, yeah. And I said, but doesn't everyone? And she goes, no. And I was like, but wait, when do I do it? And she goes, you're doing it right now. She was like, we're at dinner and you're saying, do you make things you're making this about yourself? And I was like, wait, but I'm so confused. I actually was going to, because Joe said it to me before.
Yeah.
Joe said it to me before on a podcast. Ari said it to me the other day. So I was like, in my head, I was like, I wonder if they've talked about it behind my back. And I was like, I might ask my friends to tell me when I'm doing it. Because if it bothers people, I want to stop.
Oh, it bothers people, but it's but you really don't know what that means. Like, what, you don't understand what they're saying.
I don't know what that means. Like, I don't understand.
It means that, like, somebody is saying, making an observation, telling a story, and then that what you do instinctively is go, here's what happened to me one time. So in their mind, they're telling the thing that happened to them, and you're pivoting it to something about you. So it's about.
I did that today. I just did that to you.
Sure. When? Right now?
You said it's so funny. It's such a natural part of my personality.
It is. It's part of your personality.
You told me about your radial nerve damage, and I immediately told you about me going to the dentist.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know.
But I consider that talking.
I know you do.
Do people not do that?
Sometimes. And you're not like alone in that. No, a lot of people do that. I mean, I've done that too.
So what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to just go like, that's cool.
I think they would, like, some people would say, well, focus on that person telling that story, ask them questions about the story, like, make it about them. And then there could be like a natural time to make it about,
okay, do it again. Tell me a story, and I'm gonna make it not about me.
Okay,
tell me a story. I did it when you said your kids. I don't even know I'm doing it.
Yeah, I believe you. I mean, your natural instinct is to, like, hear something and go, well, what's my version of that? Or I have something to say about that, right? Here, what does it say? How to stop talking about yourself. Okay.
That's not good for stand-up, though.
Well, if you're using the words I, me, and my in your conversation, you may not be having a conversation. You may only be talking about yourself. Actively concentrate on this when you're speaking to others. After all, the only way to stop a behavior is to recognize it. An exception would be statements such as, I agree, or I hear what you're saying. A great way to remember this is to keep a rubber band around your wrist. Every time you catch yourself using those words, snap the rubber band. Start practicing these steps. When conversing with others, ask them to tell you if you've missed a step. Most friends will be supportive.
Okay, tell me a story.
Okay, hold on. I'll tell you a story.
So wait, okay, I'm going to start, and I'll just ask you a question.
Okay.
So, I saw God damn it.
You can say that.
Yeah, okay. I saw the clip of Charo on
Oh my God.
this morning.
Oh my God.
On how's it been having her in Austin? Because I'm so curious.
Man. She's one of a kind. She's hilarious. She's a handful. She is, that day she came on the podcast that came out, She came on. She ate an edible. She drank, I don't know, a couple glasses of wine. My mom only drinks decaf coffee, and she drank 5 cups of coffee, regular coffee, on that podcast. 5 full mugs of coffee.
Really?
5 in like 90 minutes. She was just all over the fucking map in just the most unpredictable, volatile, hilarious, and mind-bending way. I mean, she was like shot out of a cannon. And no, she's a lot of fun, but yeah, she's a lot, dude. My mom's a lot.
Okay.
People
so
don't
that was
really know.
good. That was good. Okay, we're done with your story. So let me explain to you what happens when I'm listening. Because now that when you say,
yeah,
I fucking do not listen to people.
Yeah.
I am not okay. I think I figured out how to do this.
So is the thing that in your mind when you're listening, you're like, I want this to be done so I can talk.
No. I hear things you say, and I think, and I immediately internalize it about how have I experienced something like that.
Yeah.
So you said my mom ate edibles and had 3 glasses of red wine, and as I'm listening, I'm telling you everything you said as you said it. What I thought, I said, God, man, I think it would be fun living with Charo. And then you said my mom only drinks decaf coffee, and I said I hate decaf coffee, but I can't drink a lot of coffee. And you said she had 5 cups of regular coffee, and then I wanted to tell you about the time that I had 5 espresso shots and threw up all night. And then you said the last thing you said about her, and I was like, and I wanted to tell you about her eating edibles. And then I wanted to tell you about the story of when my dad ate edibles recently, and go like, what's going on with our parents that they're eating edibles now at the age? Is it about depression or whatever? So when I hear a story, when someone talks to me, I internalize it of like a throwback almost.
Yeah. I think some of that feels like you don't want to listen though. Like if you were to just listen, like sit back and listen, like that would make you anxious almost. Like it makes you anxious to just listen to the person because you're like, I have to relate it to something that I know. Right?
Do you think it's part of my social anxiety? Because I'm not comfortable being in a car with a stranger because I'm not comfortable with silence. Silence makes me very uncomfortable.
Holy shit.
So like, and when we were in Paris, Peter set me up with a trainer because we're doing the bench press competition. Set me with a trainer at the Louvre.
At the art museum?
No, yeah, it's the Louvre, like not Planet Fitness, but the Louvre. It's what do they call like cross trainer, CrossFit, the Louvre.
Okay.
And I had horrible anxiety about the idea that I had to be with someone I didn't know for about an hour. Like,
really?
It kept me up. It kept me up at night, and it made me sick in the morning. And I was like, fuck. And then they texted, are you coming in at noon? And I was like, oh my God. I was having so much panic about it.
And then how did it go?
It was great, but man, I fucking talked. That guy did not say one goddamn word. I talked the whole fucking time, and because I'm so nervous about silence. It makes me so anxious.
Well, that makes sense because you talk a lot in general terms. You talk a lot.
Yeah, I do talk a lot, but I talk a lot because I think because silence makes me uncomfortable. And if I can be silent around you, that means I really like you.
So you can be silent like
around you and around LeeAnn
and the kids.
My kids, I can be silent around. It's not everyone. I can be silent around Peter. But like a lot of people.
What makes you anxious about why can't you be silent around other people? You think?
I feel like I'm letting them down. Like I feel like they wanted to have a conversation and I just didn't deliver. Like I've said this to you. I've always admired how you can not talk to people.
Oh, and by the way, I have sensed that I'm letting them down, and then I'm like, let them down. I want to. I want them to walk away being like, God, that was so fucking. He didn't say anything. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly right.
Do you know, I had a friend one time, I won't say his name, but he was a friend. I mean, I lived with him at one point, and we moved to LA together, like around the same time he moved out.
Yeah.
Same time, and we were on the beach in LA, and he said, yeah, my brother's coming out here. And I said, you have a brother? And he goes, you've known me for 5 years. You didn't know I had a brother? I was like, well, you never talked about him. He goes, no, you never let me talk about him.
Wow.
And I was like, oh, yeah, I never asked any questions. His brother was a bodybuilder. And I was like, wait, you have a brother who's a bodybuilder?
It's 5 years in?
5 years, probably more. And I realized I don't do that. I just don't. And then sometimes I like, I don't
Wait,
know.
Lorenzo's brother's a bodybuilder?
No, it wasn't Lorenzo.
Okay.
Lorenzo was like me. Lorenzo couldn't shut up either.
I remember that.
Yeah, he was in a good way, but like we were both the same kind of like just nervous. It's like nervous. I don't know. Like, and I think I know mine has to do with social anxiety. And
you know, to be fair to you,
thank you.
I think some of my not talking is a version of anxiety manifesting itself too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In certain situations, I just rather not talk.
It also has to do with, wait, hold on. You don't want to talk, or you?
I'm saying, look, there's sometimes where I'm very comfortable just not speaking, right? Like just naturally, I'm fine with it. But I'm saying there are certain situations where I might have some anxiety, and my way of dealing with it, whereas you would speak more, my way of dealing with that would be to not speak. That, you know what I mean?
Wow.
So
yeah, I wish I had that.
So I'm nervous, and I'm just not going to talk.
Yeah, I wish I could. I remember when I first got in the business, my manager at the time, Barry Katz, said, "Get information, don't give it." Like just and I got a development deal for like, I don't know, for like $100,000 or something, maybe a little more. And he said, "Do not tell anyone that you got a development deal, and don't tell anyone
What you got
how
paid.
much money it was."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Really?" He goes, "Get information, do not give it. These comics will not like you if they find out that you made $125,000 or whatever on a development deal with Will Smith. Trust me." And I couldn't understand that someone wasn't rooting for someone. Like, I couldn't get it. And the very first person that came up, as I still worked the door at the Boston Comedy Club, the very first person that came up was Patrice O'Neill. And he said, "I heard you got a deal." And I said, "Nah." And he goes, "Yeah, you got a deal." And I said, "Yeah, I did." And I was like, fuck, I shouldn't have said that. And he goes, "How much?" And I go, "Ah." And he goes, 100,000? And I went, "No." And he goes, "Less?" I went, "No." And he goes, "More, okay. 125? And I went, "Yeah." And he just walked away. And I was like, God damn it, I did everything Barry said not to do.
Yeah.
I did it so quickly. Yeah, I can't keep my mouth shut.
Yeah, this is not new. I mean,
I know, but it's new to me.
how is
Like,
it
it's
new
new.
to you?
I don't realize I'm doing it.
You have to recognize you're doing it.
No, I'm recognized now that I'm doing it. But I didn't realize, like when Ari said you make everything about yourself, I was so confused. I was so confused by that statement.
But I mean, LeeAnn said that a lot. She said that a lot. I've heard her say like,
Yeah.
that whole
I
stuff.
don't listen to her.
Is this what like the therapy's about? Is this why there's a tie?
No, dude. I go in with a game plan.
You do?
Yeah. I don't fucking,
You're like,
not
I'm going to win today.
Dude, we didn't have anything to talk about today. And I was like, I'll bring up a fight that I won. Put her in the weeds.
Yeah.
LeeAnn got on her heels a little bit. And then I was like, I'll get her out. And I'll walk out with a tie on this one.
Yeah. Felt you were okay with that?
Yeah. And we're doing in-person therapy, which I've never fucking done.
Productive.
Ugh. I don't think I just had a hint today that the therapist may not own the house we go to therapy in.
Like rents out the space?
Rents out the back space as an office.
That's not unheard of though.
I need to profile my therapist a little more.
You don't like that?
No, okay. So maybe this goes into my HPB or whatever. Mm-hmm. If I go to your house, I Zillow it, right? If I go to anyone's house, I Zillow it. And so I Zillowed the house, and I was like, this is nice. Like this is. So in my head, I go, we got a good therapist. They got a nice house, nice area, town.
Yeah.
And I was like, nice. And then we went to therapy. God, I hope my therapist doesn't hear this.
Nah, there's no way they could.
And then, and we'd go to therapy is like our second one at their house. And as I'm leaving the back house, we come out, the front door opens and I hear a woman's voice and I go, it's too quick for my therapist to get from that room to that room. Yeah. Who the fuck is this? And then I was like, oh, what a slick move as a therapist. Rent out a back house in a nice house and everyone's going to think you're a good therapist.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. I do too much math. I think I could have been like a worked for the CIA and found serial killers.
I don't think that would be a thing.
I could have totally.
No, don't think so.
Do you Zillow people's houses?
No.
Never.
I've been on Zillow to look at houses, but I've never been like, where do you live, and Zillowed it. No.
Like if someone goes, hey man, I want to send you whatchamacallit, or hey, can you someone just said this to me. Okay, send it to this address, right? And so I was like, sure. And then I Zillowed it, and I was like, nice. And then sometimes people go, hey, send me your address so I can mail you something, and I'll send them the Zillow link to my house. And cut it in half, man. I know you're going to Zillow it. Here you go.
Are you serious?
Yeah, fuck yeah. I'll send you the Zillow to my house.
You're like, it's doing all right. Check this out.
The first time I ever did it
You're insane.
to anyone, I did it as a joke. Not as a joke, but someone said, hey, what's your address? It was when we were back at, and I was like, ... And then I go, I paid $5.20 for it. I just wrote that in the thing. So I was like, I'll save you. And then I just started sending the Zillow link.
Hilarious. Let me pause for a second. I got to piss so bad.
Okay, cool. Pete, get me another drink.
Such a remarkable pee. Oh, Jesus.
Oh, I had roughly 1, 2. So I had roughly 160 snails while I was in France.
Wait, did you do anything cultural there?
No.
Wait, what did you do?
I was rude to people. Is that cultural?
That's sort of, yeah.
No, we went to, first day we went to the Eiffel Tower.
Okay.
We went to the Notre Dame.
Oh, okay. That's cultural, touristy stuff.
And then we walked to the Arc de Triomphe.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much it. Went down the Champs-Élysées. And we walked to the Louvre. We didn't go in the Louvre because I was like,
So chaotic.
I have no fucking interest in art. Like I'd much rather walk around the outside of the Louvre. It's so beautiful, that palace. And because I don't know, nature for me is more impressive than art. Have you been to France?
Yeah.
What did you do when you went to Paris?
The last time I was there, which was 2 years ago, took walks in the city, went to the Louvre, did like the fast track one, where you see like 10 significant pieces. Went to another art museum to see a different exhibit, and then went to different restaurants. But I was there on tour, but I had off days, so I did do. Yeah, there I am. That's me in Paris. That's where I got the jacket that everyone's talking about. So, yeah, it's different than like just a social visit, but I still managed to go to a couple of museums. I'll say this though, that like the Louvre, like when you are in there, even with like the fast pass thing where they do that, it's like a terminal at the airport. It is so crazy the amount of traffic that's going on at that museum, which is, I understand why. It's got incredible exhibits, but it is chaotic. It's so much.
I saw the Mona Lisa when I was in college. I saw the Mona Lisa and I was not impressed.
Yeah, no.
So I was like,
I don't understand the difference. It was going with a guide. Like the guide explaining the Mona Lisa it changes the experience when they start telling you about how, like when it was, the story behind it, and then like the theories on what is actually happening in that painting, that changes the experience, I think.
Wait, I don't know any of those.
Well, I mean, you know, it talks about obviously the famous smirk and how it's basically, I mean, there was a theory.
Pull up a picture
about,
of the Mona Lisa while you guys are telling me this. Keep going.
Well, he talks about how like, let's see, there was, you know, this is like a theory that it's a woman who's dealing with her aging, and how the river flowing from behind signifies the youth into the older age. I can't do justice to the explanation, but like when you're there and this person is going over every detail and like what could be possibly happening in it, it's like, you know, it's an expert telling you their theory on it. So that part made looking at it a lot more interesting, because there's somebody who's really explaining to you. I can't do it because I obviously don't remember every detail, but
I don't, what is the, I mean, like, why is that such a good painting? Like, I can't understand how that is better than like a Thomas Kincaid, you know?
Well, I mean,
or
it's
like,
subjective.
Or like a Bob Ross.
It's subjective. I mean, it's you can actually totally rightfully think that something's better than that, but yeah, there's a fascination with this one for sure. I mean, that subtle smirk of hers is like something that, and you know, you could see it in the eyes and the lips, but you know, there's, well, I mean, you can hit that. There's details there that maybe some of this will bring up what they told me. Well, obviously, it being painted by Da Vinci probably makes it a pretty attractive, appealing piece of art too. You know, because of his legacy.
It's like when people said the movie that Kevin Spacey was in, where the bag was flying.
Where the bag was flying?
And West.
American Beauty?
American Beauty, everyone's like, this is the greatest movie ever. And I was like, it was okay. Mm-hmm. But it's like, I didn't think it was better than like Caddyshack. You know, like, I didn't like.
Yeah.
Like other movies came out that year that I was like, I think that's better. Like, I think that year, I want to say that, like, I'll say really honestly, I think The Butterfly Effect is better than that one.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, I like time travel movies though. But like, it's sometimes it's like they go, this is the great, like you look at the Oscar or the Golden Globes the other day, and I was like, I didn't see any of those movies.
Yeah, it feels like it's not like it used to be, the way that cinema would dominate culture. It doesn't feel the same anymore.
Yeah. I wish I'd had a guide with me on our tour in France. I think it would have been more fun, because I just was with LeeAnn, and I mean, I love LeeAnn. I know what I'm going to say is going to sound shitty, but she really is like a country bumpkin. And she walks into a place, she goes, "Oh my God, what's this?" And I'm like, "Shh, keep it down." Like, what do you do? Like, she walked in, we walked out to the outside of the Louvre. No, I think the palace was Louis XV's palace or something.
Yeah.
And she's like, "Oh my God, whose is it? What is this? I don't even know what this is. What am I looking at right now? Is them pyramids?" And I'm like, "Hey, keep it." Like, I wish I had a guide. And then I go, "Babe, you don't think I have you think I have the answer?" I go, "You can Google it just as easily as I can." We walked up to Notre Dame, and she goes, "How old is this? What are those statues?" And I was like, Google it. Fucking Google it, and don't yell it out loud. We're going to get pickpocketed by a goddamn fucking gypsy because you're fucking letting everyone know we're not locals. And then we walked through the Notre Dame, and the whole time she's like, is that Jesus?" And I was like, "I'm sure it is. It's a fucking church."
Yeah, we're in
I'm
church
guaranteed
right now.
a couple of them are Jesus. Yeah. How did this catch on fire? What's old? What's new? I don't understand. And I was like, Google it.
Nothing beats when she saw The Magician, though. That was the greatest. Nah. It's just a trick. You're doing a trick right now. Like, yeah.
This isn't real. It's a trick. And we're like, yo, none of us thought he was magic, LeeAnn. That was the whole time in Paris. She'd be like, "What is this? How old is this? This is crazy."
Has she been before?
Old? No, that's why I took her.
Oh.
She'd never been to Paris, so I bought her for Christmas present. I bought her I bought her the trip to Paris, and then the week before, Tom, I had
You
decided.
didn't get her
by
a
the way,
tracksuit?
no, I did get her a tracksuit.
Oh.
I did. Hey, did you get your present yet?
No.
Hasn't arrived? Okay, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it.
Okay, cool.
And by the way, I'm noticing when I'm doing it, and I'm trying to stop doing it. Okay.
Okay.
Just like I'm noticing it. Hey, do you think Bobby's got the same thing I have?
Bobby Lee?
Yeah, Bobby Lee doesn't listen.
That's a good one. He's definitely has something going on. Yeah, I'm sure he has. I think he has multiple disorders, but I don't know. Yeah.
No, so the week before we went to Paris, I decided to get off social media 100%. Didn't get on Instagram once, not one
When you were
time.
there?
No, hold on.
Oh,
So
before.
like the week before, and then as we were getting ready to as we were getting in the car to go to Paris, I was like, I'm gonna check social media. I haven't been on it, and I checked it a little bit, and then we got on the plane, and I was like, that's cool, man. I've been off social media for like 5 days or maybe 4 days, and I was like really happy. And then I said, you know what? We're in Paris. I'm allowed to eat bread, and I can be on social media. Tom, it's like when people diet and then they gain more weight than they normally had. I had 16 hours of screen time one day. I was on my phone.
The whole day.
I was on the Eiffel Tower, and I just find myself getting on Instagram. I'm in the Eiffel Tower, and I'm just like getting on Instagram to scroll,
looking at stuff. Yeah,
looking at stuff, and it's like it's a fucking illness. I think it's so bad. I really think. Can I tell you? I had this insight that, like, do you remember A Clockwork Orange, where they, in order to brainwash him, they keep his eyes open and then they show him different images? They've got me doing it to myself. I'm doing it to myself. I'm doing A Clockwork Orange to myself. I'm just scrolling and going like, I'm finding people interesting that have 70 followers. They have 70 followers. They've got they're not.
And you follow them?
And I just, and I follow them. I'm like, that fucking, it's fascinating. That woman is cutting out sugar. She's 3 days in. She's shaking. This is an amazing story. I sent a guy to you today that I was like, can I tell you why I sent you that guy? Did you get that guy?
I don't think so.
I sent you a link to a guy, and I'll tell you his name because I was so amazed at how much positive feedback. His name's Igor. It's Igor Chidoskin, and he's just like, it's like a thing of him with a loaf of bread.
Oh yeah,
drinking milk.
I saw.
And the comments, 7,000 comments, 350,000 views, and they're all positive. And you're like, what the fuck? How does this guy get so much love on the internet? I'll tell you what. I'm going back into my comments. I'm gonna start reading comments again.
That's great.
That's how bad I've been on the internet.
So you're gonna start diving in on that now.
Yeah, I just started I stopped reading comments because I was like afraid I'd see a bad one, and then I was like, I see bad ones anyway. Like, I don't even need to be on the internet and I'll see a bad one.
How does that happen?
I go to the fucking. This happened the other day. Not the other day. It was actually a while ago. But I go to this the heart button, and I go to hit the heart to see if like anything. And one of the comments was a negative comment. I'm like, God damn it, I'm not even in the comments. So then I was like, fuck it, I'm reading comments again. I'm going back to comments. I'm getting back on the internet full blown. I'm like, I'm done, man. I'm done. I want the quickening. And I want it over now. I want to be brainwashed.
This sounds like a manic episode.
The Chinese can have my brain. I'll do whatever they want.
What?
Just give me my TikTok.
Okay. You sound like manic.
I know.
Okay?
I'm coming to a lot of realizations about myself. It's crazy that at 52 I'd start.
What's the other realization?
Well, the realization that I got HPV.
Yeah.
The realization that I do pretty much make everything about myself, and that I didn't even know I did it, and I didn't even know how to stop it.
Well, I think awareness is a big first step.
The fact that I'm wildly nervous that a conversation will end. Like all I do is think of how to perpetuate a conversation, like how to keep it going.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's almost like keeping a balloon in the air.
Yeah, that sounds like you.
Yeah. So I'm changing. I'm pulling over a new leaf.
Okay.
You'll be shocked.
Okay.
You'll be shocked.
I'll be shocked.
I think you're going to be blown away by the new Bert.
You think so?
Yeah. You know what I did the other day? I bought 1,000 pennies, and I'm just throwing around the city. So people see a penny, and they go, good luck. And then it's like just a little treat for everyone. I'm throwing them everywhere. I just throw them out the car windows. Just throw them.
Just throw them out the window?
If I put them in front of people's cars, I throw them in front of people's cars. So
do you deliberately do heads up or no?
No, I just toss them. I just throw them.
Lands.
Yeah. How many dollars do you think 1,000 pennies is?
Really? Isn't it $10?
It's 10.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be $100. I was like, I go, get me 1,000 pennies. And they're like, really? And I was like, I don't care how much it is.
Yeah.
And it was $10.
Yeah.
You know what and this is how this is whatever's broken with my brain is I know there's really expensive pennies out there.
Yeah.
So then I got a coin app. Yeah. And I scan every penny before I throw it out the window to see if it's worth anything.
You are a mental patient, man.
The most expensive penny I've gotten is worth 29 cents. But I can't imagine someone would give me 29 cents for that penny.
So you threw it out?
I threw it out.
Okay.
It was and it was like a fairly recent penny.
What if it was like $6,000? You would keep that one, right?
There's one I saw on the app that was worth $7,000.
Wow.
So I was like, well, I'm not gonna like.
What's so special about it?
I don't know. It's like it's like a buffalo penny. Like you got a buffalo on it. It's a really valuable penny.
Whatever. I'm tired.
I got one from 1983, and I thought it was going to be worth a lot of money because it's 1983, and they're like, nah, they made 6 million of these.
That year.
So like they're all over the place.
What are there you go, $7,000 penny.
Yeah. Is it the one with the buffalo on it?
Man. See.
So so I'm going to go through, and what I was thinking about is making Peter go through and scan all my pennies. Scan 1,000
pennies.
That's
a nice task. Yeah.
Yeah. I take pictures of every. I have thrown out 50 pennies so far, and I have 50 pictures of 50 pennies.
You took pictures of all of them?
You have to take a picture of them.
For what?
On the app.
Oh, for the app. Jesus Christ.
So wait, which one? What am I looking for? What year is that? The coin has no mint mark due to the.
Yeah, no mint mark is a big deal, I guess.
What's a mint mark?
Well, it looks like it's a letter that stamped on the coins that lets you know it was where it was minted. P means the coin was minted in Philadelphia. D, Denver.
D, a lot of them in Denver.
So this one is missing the mint mark. And man. 1983 penny.
I just threw one of those out the window today.
Could it be the one?
LeeAnn's like, you're the dumbest person in the world. She was mocking me for throwing pennies out the window.
Well, you're giving people good luck.
Yeah, I don't you when you see a penny and you pick it up, don't you go like, hey, good luck, I'm on my way.
It's pretty exciting. How do you sell your penny though?
I don't know. I got one. The most expensive penny I've gotten is worth 29 cents. It tells you most pennies are worth 2 cents.
Oh.
Here, I'll go to my coin thing. Yeah, this one was worth 2 cents. Let me see. Look at this one.
This means that some asshole wants this penny though. Some guy's like, you got that penny? I'll give you $7,000 for it. It's like, the fuck are you doing, man? That's what you value?
It's the same thing as the Mona Lisa. Like there was I was watching a TV show on Netflix, and there was a Honus Wagner trading card, and I was like, wow, that's fucking valuable. Yeah. And Pete was watching it, and he goes, who gives a shit about that? And I go, I would. He was like, yeah, but it's worthless to me. It's the same thing as Bitcoin or Dogecoin or Hawk Tua coin. What is it? Is she going to jail?
Coin? Jail?
Yeah. She got, Hawk Tua is going to jail, I think.
For what?
For fraud.
Okay.
Man, talk about the way the universe
failed
works.
Crypto launch, yeah.
Talk about the way the universe works. Here's what's crazy. This is my Hawk Tua Rant, okay? I was thinking about this the other night. She gets famous for basically, for lack of better words, for just being some clueless drunk blonde. And people start hating on her.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, you got to spit on that thing. And so some street interview gets her famous, and people start hating on her because she's famous, and I don't know why, but she gets famous from it. What's crazy is like, you can't take what is it? You can't take the kid out of the dumb out of the blonde or whatever. You can't. So what happens is someone smarter than her says, how do we take advantage of this kid? And that's what they did. They just took advantage of, she's always been what she said she was.
Yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm just here to party. I just want to have a good time.
Yeah.
And then these guys that are smarter than her go, hey, we can help you. Why don't we help you? You want to launch a coin?
Crypto, yeah.
Yeah. And then she's like, I'll do it. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
We just going to make money? And you're like, yeah. And they're like, okay. And then that is the fucking, she's never been anything but exactly what she is.
Your Hawk Tua sounds a lot like LeeAnn. Just so
LeeAnn's a little bit of a Hawk Tua.
Yeah.
Except LeeAnn would never, my spit ain't slippery like your spit.
Ugh.
I know.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we learned a lot this episode.
I think we did.
I feel like this was a pretty good session.
Am I just in therapy?
This is definitely a therapy session for sure, but I enjoyed
Did I
it.
make this episode all about myself?
100%. But it was productive, and I feel like, we...
Donnell Rollins is calling.
Oh, okay.
Oh, pass. He probably wants to talk about Juneteenth.
Already?
Yeah, it's coming up. He's got a big Juneteenth party he's got planned.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Are you going to go?
Yeah, I'll be late.
You want to sign off with your regular Nazi salute, or how do you want to do it?
Did you see Elon's? Just
no, it's
thank you from the bottom of my...
Yeah, of course. He's just autistic.
He's just... Even the videos of him just going like...
He's
in the thing... He's just, can you imagine how his brain must go all day long?
Yeah, he's a weirdo. It's bizarre. All right.
We're going to a fancy Hollywood party, me and you tonight.
Okay, let's go. I'm
Okay.
excited. Well, thanks you guys for watching.
Smell everyone.
Thank you for listening. We'll see you guys next week.
Bert and Tom, Tom and Bert. One goes topless while the other wears a shirt. Tom tells stories and Bert's the machine. There's not a chance in hell that they'll keep it clean. Here's what we call two bears, one cave.